Okay. Each child requires a descriptive developmental and behavioral diagnosis. So, etiologic diagnosis to account for the difficulties requires diagnostic workups, and the developmental disorders can occur along a spectrum and continuum. So, di ba, most of our patients, ma'am, or yung mga students, usually we would try to find if may mga developmental and behavioral descriptors po na adapted that fits them, like for example, cerebral palsy, ADHD, or intellectual disability. Okay, so these children that have more difficulties in terms of diagnosis would require workups such as chromosomal analysis, MRI, or CT scan, or even metabolic testing. So there are conditions which have high prevalence but low morbidity. Meaning mas marami po tayong nakikitang ganitong kondisyon, although mas lower your morbidity or in terms of medical conditions, no, yung effects like developmental coordination disorder, which means minsan po may mga motor delays lang, or the ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. On the other hand, there are cases wherein there are low prevalence but high morbidity. So, mas konti po yung nakikita natin sa population, and yet mataas po yung morbidity, or in terms of medical conditions, mas marami pong complications such as cerebral palsy, intellectual disability, and autism spectrum disorder. Next slide po, ma'am. Okay. So, briefly, I will discuss about the principles of development. So, as we know, neurodevelopment is a complex and dynamic process that starts at birth and proceeds in a predictable sequence and rate. Okay. So, kaya po, di ba, when the child is born, may mga expectations sa po tayo bilang magulang, and eventually, when they go to school, even for the teachers, we have expected parang developmental milestones or sequence and rate. So what are the four common principles of development? So delays. So when we say delays, it means the milestones are attained in a typical sequence but at a slower rate. For example, may mga nakikita po kayong cases or yung mga diagnosis na global developmental delay, which means nahuhuli po para sa edad nila yung kanilang mga kakayahan. So the second one is dissociation. So this means there's a significant difference between the developmental rates among the 5 streams of development. So with one stream being significantly more delayed. For example po, what we call language disorder. So among the different areas of developmental domains, language lang po yung nahuhuli dun sa bata. And the rest of the developmental streams are at par or doing well for the age. The third one is deviance. So this is non-sequential unevenness in the achievement of milestones. So these are cases of autism spectrum disorder, meaning hindi po yung the usual patterns or sequence yung development ng kids. For example, diba, in children with autism, a lot of them can already memorize or identify letters, numbers, color, shapes, even before they can communicate their needs or interest to their parents or caregivers. So another one is regression, which means milestones are lost or subtly recognized when the child stops acquiring new developmental skills or has a slow rate over developmental progress. So may mga conditions po, multi-genetic syndromes that can present
listening
with
to special education.
Na-achieve na po nila yung milestones nila, tapos dahan-dahan pong nawawala. For example, when we say Duchenne muscular dystrophy, it's a neurologic condition whereby pagdating po ng around 8 or 9 years old, these kids started to have motor delay. So from nakakatakbo, nakakahop, nakakaskip, dahan-dahan po sila na hindi na nakakaakyat ng stairs, hindi na nakakatayo mag-isa.
Thanks to all.
Until they get to be bedridden. So there's a range of neurodevelopmental deficits that varies from very specific limitations of learning or control of executive functions such as ADHD, global impairments of social skills or intelligence such as in autism spectrum disorder or learning disability. They frequently co-occur with other conditions. For example, ASD can present with intellectual impairment, while ADHD can present with learning disability.
Pinas, thank
Next
you.
slide po, ma'am.
Pinas.
So next slide po. Okay. So when we say developmental history, we obtain it through tracking of a child's attainment of key developmental markers such as what we call developmental milestones. Ito po yung mga usual na chine-check ng mga magulang, di ba? Ito po yung kasama sa baby book. A page of the baby book, makikita nyo po na meron doong mga milestones. Tapos most of the parents would even write it down or check pag na-acquire na ng mga bata. So each milestone a child acquires builds on the last milestone developed. Every child is unique and so is his exact developmental path. So when we say it's unique, kahit na it is the same parents who is taking care of the child, iba-iba po talaga yung developmental path or trajectory ng mga bata. Skills acquired within a specific time frame occurs in a sequential manner, and developmental milestones are a general guide to typical development. Next slide po. Okay. So ito po, ma'am, yung mini-mention ko na 5 streams of development. Okay? So ito po yung usually part ng assessment namin. Even sa school po, you always take note of these milestones like motor, language, cognitive, socio-emotional and behavioral, and adaptive. So when we say gross motor, it's the use of large muscles such as yung walking, jumping, hop, skip, and while we say fine motor, it's the movement or using the hands. Like kunyari, nag-trace po sila, nagka-cut, nagpo-fold ng paper, nag-open ng knot, or nagtatake ng
Ay, magbibigay ako doon sa ano.
When we say language po, it's composed of 2 areas. The receptive and expressive communication. The speech and non-verbal communication, meaning receptive skills means following of instructions or understanding. While we say expressive communication refers to yung number of words or how the child communicates through words or through gestures or through other means. When we say cognitive domain, it means the reasoning, memory, and problem solving. Socio-emotional and behavioral refers to attachment, self-regulation, and interaction with others, both with adults and with peers. And when we say adaptive, these are achieving independence in self-help skills. In bigger kids, it includes domestic and community skills. So milestone tracking may reveal known patterns of timing, order, sequence seen in developmental disorders. So it's very important for us parents or even for teachers who encounter smaller kids in school to track their milestones. Next slide, ma'am. Okay, so as children grow and develop, we need to be mindful that each child develops at his own pace and the range of what we consider normal is wide. So wala po talagang masasabi natin na exactly at 1 year old dapat nakakapaglakad sila, exactly at 1.5 dapat nagsasalita sila. So it's a range po, no? So sometimes it's culturally variable, like expectations in terms of adaptive skills is earlier in other countries than here in our country. Okay? However, there are absolute indicators referred to as red flags that identify developmental markers which suggest the need for further developmental evaluation. So may mga milestones po tayo which are range of age, for example, 6 months to 8 months. So when we say red flags, ito po yung mga a child cannot do but most of his age mates or peers can already do. Okay? So next po, ma'am, I will be parang briefly flashing yung mga common motor, yung mga developmental milestones, no? But I'll just mention yung mga broad strokes, di ba? Pasensya na po, medyo maliit yung slides kasi medyo marami talaga sila, no? So, okay, for motor development, it is the easiest stream to observe because of the numerous achievements that the infants can do within the first year of life. Okay, so sa atin po, di ba, bilang magulang, yan yung una nating binabantayan, no? Like, kailan sila dadapa, kailan sila magro-roll, kailan sila nakakatayo or nakakapaglakad. Okay? So, Well, most of the teachers already encounter these kids around preschool to kinder, di ba? So more on fine motor skills naman na yung mga napapansin ng teachers, no? So, it is prudent to know that siguro ma'am para sa inyo, para at least when you try to get the history of the patients or you're trying to elicit kung may mga concerns, no? Usually po, we expect these kids in terms of motor skills to roll from side to side or good head control and rolling over at around 3 to 4 months, no? And then they start to sit na po, nakakaupo na po sila at around 6 to 7 months and nakakapag-crawl na sila at around 8 to 10 months, no? Yung crawl na to, ma'am, yung crawl na nakaangat talaga yung kamay tsaka paa, ha? Hindi po yung crawl na parang sundalo or parang snake na umuusog-usog lang, di ba? And then usually they can walk around 1 to 1.5. No? Some kasi thought na late na pag kunyari 1 year, 4 months, but it is still pasok pa naman doon sa normal range of development. No? Then they start to run at 2 years old. Diba? Before 2, may iba magaling na talaga sila and they can walk up and down the stairs ng ako with assistance. No? For fine motor skills, these kids start to hold or to reach for the mom's face or yung object. Minsan pag nasa kuna, tinatry po nila abutin yung mga nakasabit at around 3 to 6 months. No? And then they began to transfer from left to right, nalilipat na po nila yung mga objects at around 7 to 8 months. Next slide po, ma'am. Okay. So, by at around 3 years old, yan ay yung mga nakakapag-bike po sila. And in terms of fine motor skills sa school, yan ay medyo nakakakopya, nagla-line, nagsa-circle, copying, no? But at around yung mga 4 to 5 years old, mas complex na po yung mga figures. And at around 4 to 5, we expect them to tie. Nagtatay na sila ng mga knots and start cutting na po, no? So, next slide po, ma'am. So, ito ma'am, no, ito siguro yung one of the more important slides, yung mga red flags po, no. So, this is what we call the red flags of motor development. I base it on the latest na AAP or American Academy of Pediatrics na guidelines. But this is also what we adapt here sa Philippine Pediatric Society. May konti lang po mga additional or ano, pero roughly halos parehas naman po yung cut-off age, no. So, when the kid or the child presents with poor head control at 4 months, asymmetry in upper limb function, meaning mas ginagamit po kunyari yung kaliwa kaysa sa kanan, so, not using hands purposely by 4 months, ibig sabihin hindi na nagagamit, yung iba nagsashake lang, yung iba naka-stiffen pa, not sitting independently or taking way through feet, yung hindi nakakapag-step at around 9 months, at any time na may parental concern of unusual postures of movements, usually requires prompt referral po. Next slide po. So for language development, it represents the best predictor for future intellectual performance. So it requires the presence of adequate hearing, the cognitive ability to acquire vocabulary, the ability to attend verbal information, and desire to establish rapport with the speaker. So hindi lang po yung number of words, even the intent to communicate, no? So yan yung mga concern po usually for children na hindi tumitingin, hindi lumilingon pag tinatawag, di ba? Kasi hindi lang po enough na nagbabanggit sila ng mga salita. Dapat po, meron silang intention na makipag-usap dun sa speaker or dun sa nag-aalaga po sa kanila. Okay? So, language and communication skills include the ability to understand others and express oneself using words, gestures, or facial expressions. No? So briefly lang po, what is important to take note. So usually at around 6 to 8 months, this kid starts to respond to come here or look for family members. So yan yung pag tinatawag mo na, halika, lumapit ka. So these kids usually will easily approach their parents. No? They also enjoy playing peekaboo. Yan po yung favorite natin, mabulaga, no? And at around 1 year old, they start to follow one-step command with gestures like tumababay, come here, you can bless, diba, or clap your hands.
Ala, na-remove ko.
In
Sorry.
terms of expressive language, at around 8 months, we expect these kids to
Sorry,
utter
kabilog.
repetitive
Ala, nasa si kabilog.
6 to 8 months, yung mga baba, mama, dada. but non-specific po, which some parents thought nagsasabi na po sila ng
Mabilog, sorry,
mama
teka.
or dada. No?
300.
Pero usually at around 10 months, dun po talaga mas specific or they have the intent to call their parents as mommy, daddy, mama, papa, or lola. And they also start
Hello,
to
good
wait
morning, Lola
bye-bye.
Belen.
First words or pointing are very important milestones, especially when they reach the first year of life. Next slide po. Okay.
Sorry,
So between
Kabilog.
12 to 18 months po, malaki po yung gains or in terms of vocabulary, it expands to around 50 words and they start to point to body parts and objects. So remember, ito po yung pinakamadaling tandaan dito po sa slide na to. At 2 years old, they can follow two-step commands and they can utter two-word phrases like mama, kain, mama, alis, papa, no. Ganon. And they have 50% intelligibility. Okay. So at 30 months, ito po at 2.5 years old, most of them, you can still hear them doing echolalia, but usually dapat at this age, medyo pawala na po. What we mean by echolalia is inuulit lang nila. Like when you say, what is your name? Instead of answering you, sasabihin din po nila, what is your name? No? Meaning baka hindi pa po nila naiintindihan yung tanong ninyo. So, but by 2.5, we expect na dapat dahan-dahan nawawala na po ito. No? If it persists, then we still have to investigate bakit ganun po yung nangyayari. Okay? At 3 years old, they have 3-word phrases or sentences, and then they also follow 3-step commands. So at 4 years old, they began to tell stories, and by 5 years old, you expect them to engage in conversation. So, next slide po, ma'am. So, ito ma'am, ito po yung ginagamit naming rule of 4 in terms of intelligibility. Meaning yung naiintindihan po ba natin yung sinasabi ng mga bata. Di ba minsan po sinasabi, ay, doktor, nagsasalita siya pero bulol. No? So at 1.5 years old, we expect that intelligibility is still 25%. Meaning, most of the time, mahirap pa pong intindihin, no? Except for parents. And then by 2 years old, it's 50%.
Hello, Pinoy Rock Alternative.
3 years old, it's 75%, especially for unfamiliar listeners. But by 4 years old, we expect the child to utter words 100%
Pinoy Rock
intelligible.
Alternative.
Ibig sabihin, by 4 years, dapat hindi na yan bulol. Kahit hindi parents, kahit si teacher, dapat naiintindihan na po kung anong sinasabi niya. Next slide po, ma'am. Next slide. Ayan. Okay. So, ito naman po, ma'am, yung red flags of language development. No? Needing prompt referral. So, you should suspect a language disorder or a language problem if there's no cooing at 6 months. Coo means yung mga, gumaganon lang po. Yung babbling, yun po yung umuulit ng mga syllables like ta, 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 mama, mama at 10 months. No basic gesturing, yung wala pong pointing or no response to name at 12 months. So, ito po yung very common na isa sa napapansin ng mga parents who suspect their child to have red flags of autism. Usually, these kids really do not point, no? Makikita nyo kasi usually by 1 year old, di ba? Lahat ng bata, tinuturo na talaga kung ano yung gusto nila, anong nakikita nila. Okay? No other words than mama or papa, or no understanding or following of simple commands, or no pointing at 18 months. Okay? And at 2 years, it has less than 50 words or no 2-word phrases and less than 50% intelligibility. While at 3 years, no 3-word sentences, less than 75% intelligibility, and at 4 to 5 years, not able to tell a simple story. No? So, failure to respond normally or has unusual tone of voice. Yung iba po magsalita, yung pakanta lagi. Di ba? May iba po naka-sing-song manner. Or sudden loss of speech and language skills at any age requires developmental assessment. Next, ma'am. Okay, next po. Yeah, okay. Among all the streams of development, cognitive domain is one of the most difficult to appreciate. No? So medyo mahirap talaga ma-check yung cognitive domain, especially in our current scenario, di ba? When the pandemic hit everyone, we were unexpected. So most of the kids were left at home. Tapos most of them spent a lot of time with screens, no? Mga gadgets po. So a lot of them medyo napabayaan talaga in terms of the cognitive stimulation. Okay? So during the first 2 years of life, the sensory motor period of development can be surmised only through senses. So manipulation of physical objects. So most of the time, makikita mo yung mga bata mahilig mag-reach po ng object, isusubo nila sa mouth nila, tapos hinahanap nila pag nahulog, or kunyari, tinago niyo po, hahanapin po nila. No? But it is important to take note that at around 12 months or 1 year of age, meron na po tayong nakikitang functional play. When we say functional play, meaning, alam po nila para saan yung mga gamit. So for example, spoon, isusubo nila. Yung phone, di ba, gumagaya niya, nilalagay sa tenga, parang hello, hello, gumagaya po sa mga adults, no? So between this time, very important din po that we show our kids how we manipulate the objects around them. Next slide po, ma'am. So in the second year of life, the child demonstrates mental activity independent of sensory processing or motor manipulation. So hindi na po ito yung nagsusubo lang, nagpapatunog ng toys, nagpapalilaw ng mga laruan, no? So the child engages in playful representation of commonplace activity. So alam na nila paano gamitin yung mga bagay-bagay but more exaggerated. So ito na yung mga pretend cookie, pretend to be a doctor, pretend to be a fireman. At 3 years, ito na po yung preschool age, and they develop mastery of pre-academic skills such as color, shapes, numbers, letters, and counting. So hindi naman po expected for this kid to actually memorize or identify the letters as early as 2 or 3 years old. Developmentally, we expect them at around 3.5 to 4 years old po. No, it's just being expected earlier nowadays by parents kasi most of the kids are exposed to gadgets early on. So they thought dapat at that age na may memorize na rin ng mga anak nila yung mga napapanood. No? And then school age, children follows logic akin to adult reasoning. So at 6 to 12 years old, yan na po yung logical thinking. But more than 13 years old, it's mostly abstract thinking na po. Next slide po, ma'am. Okay. So these are the red flags of cognitive development. Okay? So usually by 1 year old, if they do not search for hidden objects, so kung you're playing with them, tinago mo na, wala lang siyang pakailang, hindi na hinahanap, that can be a red flag. Okay? At 2 years old, pag hindi sila masyadong marunong mag-categorize ng similarities or nagmamatch, or by 3 years old, hindi nila masabi what's your name, how old are you, diba? And then at 4, kaya po, ito po, nakikita na at 4.5, they cannot count sequentially, meaning rote counting, kasi we expect them to do it at 3.5 or 4 years old, no? Or at 5 years, they do not know any color or letter, diba? So, kumaga, may leeway naman po eh. It doesn't mean that pag dapat 3.5, 4 memorize na nila, yun na, pag hindi nila kaya nagawa, automatic release na. So, depende po. There are some kids po kasi talaga walang stimulation sa bahay. So, nobody is teaching them. Tapos, ang pinapanood po, mostly, mga cartoons. Yung hindi masyado sa mga nursery rhymes, yung mga Cocomelon, which is ABC songs or 1, 2, 3. So, sometimes hindi po talaga nila alam, no? Especially since they were not given the opportunity to go to the school early on, no? But most of these kids, may iba po, once exposed, ang bilis naman, nakakahabol naman po sila. Next po, ma'am. In terms of social-emotional development, diba? So it is like the adaptive streams of development that is dependent on motor, language, and cognitive skills. They are more subject to environmental and cultural influences, and the delays do not directly infer diagnosis but provide further proof for suspected diagnosis. So, ang social-emotional skills ng mga bata, it requires a combination of language and non-verbal problem-solving skills, okay? So, it's really inherent for children to connect with others and share their feelings, thoughts, and actions, okay? So, the earliest milestones we see is around bonding of the caregiver with the infant, di ba? Kahit baby pa lang yan, medyo naaamoy na yung mommy niya, pinag-aalaga sa kanya. By 6 to 9 months po, ito po yung usual binabantayan namin talaga if they would recognize their familiar faces and begin to notice strangers. So yan yung pag meron na pong stranger, hindi nakakilala, lalapit talaga yun sa parents, dun po siya magpapakarga, dun po siya mag-a-ask for assistance. Okay? So, next po, at around 12 months, ito po yung tinatawag po natin proto-imperative pointing. So, they try to point to the object that they like. No? Kaya pointing po is very crucial or very important milestone that we look into. Okay? And then at 15 months, it's proto-declarative pointing. Meaning, they point at objects to express interest. So, hindi lang po dahil kailangan niya, pero parang interesado siya kung ano. So, pinapoint din po niya. No? So at 15 months, like I said in the previous slide, they begin to show functional play. And at 18 months to 2 years old, they begin to do pretend play na po. Next po. So at 2 years old, they engage in parallel play. Parallel meaning the child often sits to the next child. No? So magkatabi sila, tapos ginagaya din niya yung actions, but not necessarily ini-engage na rin yung isang bata. No? So, yun po yung commonly nakikita natin na concern ng parents, especially for those saying they have red flags of autism kasi hindi daw po interested sa ibang bata or they would just ignore other kids. Okay? For age 3 years old, he's able to be cooperative with 1 or 2 peers. But most of the time, medyo nakakasabay na po ito sa mga laro ng ibang kids, okay? And then they begin to have imaginative play. Yun na po yung nag-i-imagine sila kahit walang available na ganung toy, they would get another toy. Eh, kunyari, mag-cook po. Wala pong mga available na mga food. They would get blocks or they would tear paper. And yun po yung gagawin nilang mga pagkain. Tapos mag-i-imagine na sila kung nasa restaurant sila, nagsuserve sila ng other customers. At 4 years old po, usually they can have group play na. So, ibig sabihin, ito na po yung may mga rules. Yung sa parties po, may mga games na kakaintindi na po kung ano yung mga gagawin. No? And at 6 to 7 years old, most of these kids have already best friends of same sex or they have barkada na po. Okay. So, next slide po, ma'am. So signs of social-emotional development are yun po yung at around 6 months, no smiling, no interaction, no laughing, or absence ng back and forth. Iba yun po yung hinahanap natin pag kinakausap natin, tumatawa, nagsasalita, or nag-make ng sound. Okay? Does not look at where caregiver points. So pag sinabi mo, where's the ganito? Look at the ball, look at the heart. Hindi po tumitingin yung bata, or absence of pointing. At 2 years old, we usually see these kids na may red flags. They do not imitate actions and have poor eye contact and ignores other children as they grow older. No, sometimes naman, they would approach other kids pero more on to grab lang the toys that they like or lalapit lang, magka-touch lang, and then iiwanan din po nila. So, usually po, it's very important then to know the situation, no, how it goes. So, kaya po kami during history TV, medyo matagal po talaga kasi iniisa-isa talaga namin na hindi lang enough na sabihin ni Mami, ay lumapit po siya sa ibang bata. Tapos po, anong gagawin niya or anong reaction niya? Diba? Kasi minsan, they feel na basta running around with other kids, it's okay na eh. Kung pala running around to get the ball, pagka nakuha na niya yung gusto niya, iiwanan na po niya yung mga kasama niya. No? So it's important din, ma'am, siguro po, especially in those handling smaller kids, yung mga nasa 4 or 5 years of age, sometimes it's very important din to observe how they interact with other kids, especially now, during pandemic, most of the parents would tell us, Doktora, hindi kasi namin siya nilalabas, hindi siya nakakakita ng ibang bata. So given siguro mas structured yung environment, we are given better opportunities to observe these kids po. Okay, next slide po, ma'am. So, in terms of adaptive development po, so these are what we call self-help skills po. So, actually, pag dito po sa atin sa Philippines, medyo delayed po most of the kids, even without any concerns, no, kasi most of the needs are anticipated. meaning naka-ready na, nakahanda na po lahat yan. Okay? So, like going to school, nakahanda na po yung uniform, pagkakain, nakahanda na yung mga food nila. So these kids do not have the opportunity to do it by themselves. Okay? So it's very important usually at 6 to 8 months, mag-isa na po yan. Out ng bote, nagsusubo ng mga cookies na maliliit, no? And then, at around yung mga 1.5 or 2, di ba, medyo nagtatry na rin pong pahawakan ng mga spoon, no? Although dito sa atin, a lot of the parents or lola would claim they do not allow them to do it kasi makalat daw po. So, next slide, ma'am. So, at 3 years old po, okay, they expect to be toilet trained. So, yan na po yung daytime, saka beginning nighttime, and then they try to eat independently na po. Okay, so at 4 years old, yan na po yung they can brush their teeth, okay, and then take a bath by themselves at 5 years old. Okay po. The opportunity given to children to perform self-help skills are essential in achieving independence. Okay, knowing all of this, ma'am, yung mga milestones and red flags, ayan, okay. Okay na po yung slide niya. So, what can we do or what is the role of yung teachers or yung similar po with the primary physicians or the pediatricians. So, kasi kayo po yung first line na common na nakakakita sa mga bata, no? For the pediatricians, because sila po yung madalas na napupuntahan pag may sakit, for vaccination. And kayo po, very important din po kasi most of the time, actually, mas matagal yung nga po sila nakakasama kasi they spend several hours in school almost every day, especially now that we are going back to face-to-face na po. No? So, first po, siguro it's important to elicit parental concern about development and behavior, especially if you can see any concerns. Siyempre po, tayo bilang teachers, di ba? And bilang parents din po, may mga napapansin na tayo na parang iba in terms of the trajectory of development or how the child behaves in school. So, you can elicit concerns naman po, no? So, you can recognize protective and risk factors. So, alamin nyo rin po ano yung environmental situation sa bahay or especially for behaviors. Ano po yung triggers? Bakit ginagawa ng bata? Okay. And then you try to elicit kahit a bit po, ma'am, of developmental history, like yung mga red flags, yung mga broad strokes na milestones para medyo may idea tayo, ay, kumusta ba itong batang to in terms of development, no? Siguro if you have any of the observations po, it's very important po to take note or write it down para at least when we try to talk to the parents and convince them to seek professional assessment po, you can share your notes with us. It would be very important po sa amin, very highly appreciated po yung mga notes na nanggagaling sa teachers. So, it doesn't need to be mahaba or lengthy, ma'am. Kahit po yung anecdotal, kasi it would give us a lot of idea po. No? In the several assessments that I made online that I had the teachers with the students po, even in provinces, super malaking tulong po yung mga comments or observations ng mga teachers, especially in terms of their learning abilities, yung behaviors in school, kasi these are the things that the parents doesn't know or they don't have any idea about, no? So, most of them, pag tinanong mo, sabihin niya, wala naman po sinabi si teacher or malikot lang daw po, yung ganyan. So, hindi po siya nakakasabay sa lesson. Pero pag may mga notes po yung mga teachers, kahit 1 or 2 paragraph lang po, it's very, very important or crucial for us, no? So, sometimes, for those kids with hyperactivity, I would ask the teachers to fill up mga the forms, yung mga rating scale, kasi ang ganda po ng mga nakukuha namin information from them. Okay, so at any rate, we can administer yung mga developmental screening tools and document the findings para at least yun po yung pwede natin i-share sa mga developmental pediatricians po. No? Okay. Next slide po. Okay. Briefly, ma'am, I'll just describe about how we go about developmental surveillance, screening, and evaluation. Okay? So when we see developmental surveillance or monitoring, ito po yung ginagawa ng mga magulang. So, di ba, may mga milestones yan, tinitingnan nila sa baby book, sa internet, tapos chinecheck nila kung ano yung mga nagagawa ng mga anak nila. No? Developmental screening, the second pair, is being done by pediatricians and even
Hello guys.
Lilipat ako doon sa observation ko. I have to observe some classes online. So, kumusta na kayo? Kumusta na kayong lahat? Nagdo-double tasking. I'm doing double tasking. So, I'm doing the observation of classes at the same time. I'm doing this live stream. So, thank you for visiting today's live stream. I will be observing one class online. So, you can join me. Ingat po kayo, okay? Okay, Kabilog Swirl, thank you very much. And then one is fondant and pastry. Thank you, fondant and pastry. Wait, I need to go to another class. Another online class. So, where is it? Thank you for coming. It's double tasking time. Doing my observation and then attending seminar and doing the live stream at the same time. Wala anuman po. Fondant and pastry cake design ideas. Hello. Let's see. Maybe I can give you the wrench. Asan na yun? Ayun. Okay, I have given you the blue color. So, teka mo. This is a class for grade 1. The one we will see here is a grade 1 class. So, let's see. Let us join in the conversation. I need to buy the holder. Wala na yung mga holder ko, aray. Ayan. We're now joining the online kumustahan.
Hello, Charles. Ayan. So, good morning, everyone. So, since 9 a.m. na, mag-i-start na tayo. Good morning po, Gina.
Good morning.
Ayan. Okay, so, may nagpapa-admit pa, no? So, wait lang natin.
Ano siya? Hindi ko pa nabuksan yung lesson plan, ma'am. Reading lesson, remedial lesson. Remedial lesson po. Yung gagawin.
Lesson na po, ma'am.
Lesson.
Lesson po talaga.
Anong subject?
English po.
Okay. Kids, galingan nyo ha. Manonood si Ma'am Gina. Alam ko naman magagaling ang estudyante natin. Yes. Okay. Sige, just ignore me. Tuloy na lang yan, tuloy lang yan.
Ayan, so good morning, Ma'am Gina. Good morning, Ma'am CJ. Hindi ko po inaasahan na papasok si Ma'am Gina, no? So, good morning, everyone. Nakikita na ba si teacher? Naririnig ba? Hello, Luther. Oh, so nakikita yung screen ni teacher? Okay, so before we start our lesson, no? So, lagi lang sa ating online kamustahan. So,
Ay.
mag-isa rin. Okay.
Upo ka ng maayos po.
Kinakabahan mo. So, upo ng maayos, no? Habang tayo ay nagkaklase, mabuti. Dahil mamaya may tanong.
Hindi mo marinig, nakatan mo. Pero pala ko.
Off muna natin yung ating mga microphone. Magaganda na.
Tanggalin nga natin to. Hindi. Huwag na.
Okay, nagkahang yung...
Ayaw mami. Layakas.
Wait lang.
Ito na lang.
Nagong ating screen, ano? Wait, i-share screen ko ulit. Hold on. Include. Wait lang ah. Nandyan na si Luther, si Ethan. Represent na si teacher. Wait lang. At ayaw niya nga mag-present. Kita na? Meron na?
Wala po. Wala pa po. Wala pa po. Wala pa po. Wala pa po.
Wala pa. Wait lang ha. Hindi ko alam kung ito ba ay dahil sa aking laptop or sa signal, no? Kumain na ba kayo?
Papa. 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 Ang sakit po.
Ay na, nagdagdasan na siya. Nakabahan si teacher. Hindi nakikisama yung laptop ko.
Ano to?
Yan pa rin naman sa...
Lepa.
Ayan, okay, sige. Habang hinihintay natin yung screen natin, no? So, ilang mga paalala lang bago tayo mag-start. Okay, so kailangan naka-ready na ang inyong pencil and notebook. Ready na ba?
Ano sila ng notebook? Anong notebook?
English notebook, anak.
Anong notebook?
Look. Ano sila? Magkano na sila?
Ayan. Ready na? Okay, so gusto ni teacher umupo ng maayos. Alisin mabuti. At tumingin sa ating mga screen. Okay? So, alam nyo naman, familiar naman na tayo sa MS Teams, no? Ginamit na natin last meeting. So, alam nyo na kung saan kayo magta-type, magre-react, tama? Tama na ba?
Parang sumasagot pag tama ba?
Ayan, may nagpapa-admit. O, narinig nyo yun. May basura pang dumadating. So, wait lang natin. Naku, ayaw talaga niya.
Ano?
Kita na? Anak, wag tayo mag-share ng wag tayo magpipindot ng kung ano-ano dyan. Wag tayo mag-share kasi, ayan, tulad niyan, hindi nakakapag present si teacher, kaya pala.
Bawal.
Sino yung nag-present dyan? Stop muna natin.
Pili ko lamay mag-aaral.
Bakit parang ano mo rin?
Ano si Nato? Sige.
Then, Ay! At ngayon pa siya nagtotoo.
Hi guys, umalis muna ako doon. Ninenervyos yung ano eh. Ninenervyos yung teacher. Mamaya na tayo mamaya na tayo papasok pagka relax na yung yung teacher, parang yung teacher ninenervyos dahil pupunta ako na manonood ng klase niya na mag-o-observe. So later on, pag mas okay na siya, then we will go back to the class. Hindi naman siyang in-observe ko, yung mga bata naman eh. I am looking at the expressions, response, at saka yung pagsagot ng mga bata, natututo ba. Kaso the teacher is very conscious. Medyo na ninervous daw siya pag nandun ako. Kaya umalis muna ako doon. Rifa's Vlog, hello. Rifa's Vlog, hello friend, how are you? I'm okay. So how are you, Rifa's Vlog? How's your day? So when you right now we have just visited the one online class of a teacher, but I log out so that the teacher can fix all her teaching materials. So, mega love shout out Rifas Vlog TV. Eds Mondia, thank you for coming. And then, who else? Kabilog's World, M Daily Life, Eric Shane TV, Bongkayaw Vlog. Ayan, si Bongkayaw yan. Fondant and Pastry Cake Design also is here with us. Thank you. Thank you very much for coming today. Ano yan? I hope that you guys are having premieres. If you have premieres, we can visit your premieres. You can drop your link also if you like. If you have a what do you call this? If you have premiere or any other video that you would like us to visit. So all of you have a branch. You are all moderators, so you can bring down your, or you can drop down your link. Drop your link, guys. And then let's visit one another's channel. Let us visit one another's channel. What is that? Electric fan. So Rifa's Vlog is saying, how are you? I'm okay. Thank you for coming. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Rifa's Vlog, shout out. Okay, let's see if we can already go to the channel of the teacher.
Ayan, nakikita niyo na ba yung nasa screen?
Opo! Opo!
Opo!
Opo!
siguro dahil doon, kaya medyo bumagal o nag-lag ang ating camera. Pasensya na po sa ating mga bisita. Meron tayong technical difficulties. So, ayan. Once again, good morning. Let's start with a prayer.
Nagalit siya sa'yo kasi ginawa mo daw siya.
Okay, close your eyes.
Kaya mabuhay pa, no? Please bow your heads and let us pray. Dear Jesus, please show me how to spend this day sharing your love in every way. Help me to be kind to everyone, to play and love and have lots of fun, shining your light and giving your grace, sharing your joy with a smile on my face. Angel of God, my guardian dear, to whom God's love commits me here. Ever this day be at my side, to light and guard, to rule and guide. Amen.
Amen. Okay, very good. And now, let us introduce yung ating mga bisita ngayong araw, no? So, today meron tayong mga kasama sa ating online kamustahan. So, nandito sila para i-observe kayo at si teacher. So, andito, i-acknowledge natin ang presence ni Ma'am CJ and Ma'am Mayuling. Say good morning to them, please.
Good
Ayan, good morning kayo.
Good morning.
And Ma'am Mayuling.
Good morning.
Good morning din sa ating mahal na principal. Oo, nandiyan din ang ating principal, ano? So, good morning, Ma'am Gina and Ma'am Mayuling and Ma'am CJ. Okay, so let's start sa ating online class, no? Ready na ba kayo?
Opo. Opo.
Okay. Ayan, so, welcome to our English class. Ngayon, ang pag-aaralan natin is asking simple questions. The topic is all about asking simple questions. So, are you ready? Ayan, ready. Alam ko, ready.
Yes.
Okay, for today's objectives, ito yung mga inaasahan natin ngayong araw, no? First is identify the WH question used in asking question. So, mapag-aaralan natin kung ano-ano ba yung mga WH questions na ginagamit natin sa pagtatanong. Pangalawa, ask a nice and simple question using WH question. So, mamaya, sana matutunan nyo kung paano magtanong ng simple at maayos na tanong gamit ang ating WH question. At ang panghuli, participate actively in all the activities. So, inaasahan ni teacher ang inyong full cooperation para sa activity natin ngayong araw. So, okay? Okay. Ayan. O yun, may mga nag-thumbs up. Ayun. Okay, so for our review, share your daily routine inside the house. So, ano-ano ba yung mga ginagawa? Usually, araw-araw na ginagawa natin kapag tayo ay nasa bahay. Sige nga, can someone share your daily routine inside the house? O sige, tatawag tayo ng isang lalaki at isang babae na mag-share ng kanilang experience or kanilang kwento. Yan. So, ayan, nag-raise ng hand si Ethan. O sige, Ethan, can you please turn on your camera? Ayan. Pwede ka ba naming makita at marinig ang iyong kwento. O sige, kwento mo sa amin kung ano yung daily routine. Daily routine na ginagawa mo sa bahay. For example, si teacher, ang daily routine ni teacher ay pagkagising ko sa umaga, nagliligpit ako ng higaan. After nun, bababa ako sa aming kusina para kumain. O sige, ikaw muna, Ethan. Ano pa? Sa paghapon, ano yung mga ginagawa mo? O, naglilig ako kumakain. Bukod sa kumakain, yan. So, yan, naliligo ka din, no? O, sige. How about sa girls? Can someone share your daily routine?
Ako pa.
Sino yung ako po na yun?
Ako pa.
Si Zasta?
Ako pa.
O, sige, si Zasta. O, last time, magtatawag tayo ng isa for last. Sige, Zasta.
My daily routine is playing outside, eating a lot, bathing, reading, and sleeping.
Wow, very good. Let's have just give Zasta a virtual clap. Sige nga, bigyan natin ng virtual clap si Zasta. Very good. Yan. Okay. O last, sino pa? Last na, last.
Ako pa.
Sino yung ako po na yun?
Ako pa.
My daily. Si? Cedric? Sige, let's hear si Daenerys. Parang gusto niya talagang mag-share ng kanyang experience or daily routine.
Pagkagising ko po, lililigpit ko po yung higaan, tapos magtututbrush, tapos kakain po, tapos lalabas ng hapon, tapos tapos lumabas, kumakain po at matutulog na.
Ayan. So, very good, no? So, that is your daily routine. Very good, Daenerys. Okay, so, now, I'll show you an example of a daily routine of a boy. Ayan. Sige, off nyo muna ang mga camera nyo. Medyo naglalag pa ulit si teacher. Baka maya-maya kahiwalay na lang tayo bigla. Sige, off muna natin yung ating mga camera. Medyo bumabagal ulit yung aking laptop. Ayan. So, I will show you a daily routine of a boy. So, wait lang ha. Okay. Okay na? Ayan. So, we're going to arrange the group of pictures according to the series of events. So, aayusin natin yung pagkasunod-sunod noong larawan. Alin ba dyan yung mauuna? What will be the first, second, third, and fourth, and last picture? Yan. So, ayusin natin yung series of events. So, meron kayong notebook and pencil dyan.
Opa.
Okay. Para sa ating first picture, the boy is studying. Yan. For the second picture, sa letter B, the boy is eating vegetables every morning. Letter C. Nakikita niyo yung letter C picture natin? The boy is taking a bath. The boy is taking a bath. Letter D. The boy is sleeping. The boy is sleeping. And letter E. The boy is brushing his teeth every night. Okay, so arrange the pictures according to the series of events. Ano dyan yung mauna, papangalawa, papangatlo, papangapat, at panghuling ginagawa. Ayan, so meron kayong 30 seconds para sagutin yung ating activity ngayon. Okay? Ready? Ready?
Una, D.
Starts now. Ayan, o. 28 seconds. Medyo
Sunod.
sa
E. D.
L4. Sulat nyo dyan sa inyong notebook. Ayan. You can also type sa ating chat pane. Pwede nyo isulat sa chat pane yung inyong mga sagot. Oh, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Meron bang sagot? Meron na? O, sige. Isa pa. 30 seconds ulit. Andyan pa ba kayo?
Apa. Apa.
Ano ka
Tapos
na?
na po ako.
Ayan, tapos na lahat.
Apa.
Okay, very good. So, ayan. So, tatawag si teacher, ano kaya yung unang mangyayari sa series of events?
Okay.
Okay. Lang, ha? Paano ba ito small? Okay. So, Vince, ano yung unang sagot mo?
Letter D.
Letter?
D.
Letter? Sorry, pakiulit ako. Letter D?
Opo.
Letter D? Okay.
Opo.
Ayan. So, the first one will be, wait lang po kayo, stop. Okay na ba? Ha?
Letter A.
Ano yung unang mangyayari sa series of events natin? Okay. Sino sumagot ng letter B? Okay, let us read. The boy is eating a vegetable every morning. Let us read. The boy is eating a vegetable every morning. Okay, sige. First, pakibasa mo nga ulit.
The boy
The boy
is
eating
eating
a
a
vegetable
every morning.
very good. Yan. So, una daw na ginagawa ng batang lalaki ay kumakain daw muna siya ng vegetables o gulay tuwing umaga. Next. What will be the next one? Sige, Gina. Ano yung sagot mo? After kumain, Gina? Okay, sige si Edward. Ano yung sagot mo, anak? Ano yung next na mangyayari? After kumain, hello? May kausap pa ba si teacher? Sige, Fiona. Aha, nag-toothbrush ba yon? Sabi ni teacher, the boy is brushing his teeth every night. Ano sunod after nun? Yona? Eunice?
Nag-bath.
Ayun. So, the next event will be a boy is taking a bath. Again, the boy is taking a bath. Jenna, pakibasa mo nga. The boy
Taking a bath.
Wow, very good, Jenna. Next, what will be the next one after taking a bath? Ano daw yung susunod na mangyayari after niyang maligo? Based doon sa picture na pinakita natin kanina, ha? Okay, anyone? Daenerys.
Nag-i-study po.
Ayun. So, the next event will be the boy is studying. Again, the boy is studying. O, sige, tawagin nga natin si Jericho. Pakibasa mo nga.
The boy is studying.
Wow, very good. Sige, Jericho, tawag ka ng kaklase mo. Sige, na gusto mong sumagot. Yan. After the boy is studying, ano yung susunod na mangyayari kaya? Tawag ka ng isang kaklase mo na sasagot.
Prince po.
Of Prince.
Letter E.
Letter E. Sige, tignan natin, no? Okay, very good. The boy is brushing his teeth every night. O, sige nga, Lexi, pakibasa nga po yung ating sentence.
The boy is brushing his teeth every night.
So, nagtututbrush daw yung batang lalaki tuwing gabi. And for the last one, Lexi, tawag ka ng isa mong kaklase na babae na gusto mong sumagot. O si Fiona gusto atang sumagot. Sige, Lexi.
Jenna.
Si?
Jenna.
Si Jenna. Sumagot na si Jenna.
Si Fiona.
O, Fiona. O, Fiona. Ano yung last na event na mangyayari? Fiona?
Ella.
Letter?
Ella.
Letter? A ba yun?
Letter E po, teacher.
O, tapos na yung letter E. Ano na? Tapos na siyang mag-brush ng teeth niya. Ano na yung huling gagawin
Letter
niya?
D po.
Ayan. So, letter E. So, after mag-brush ng teeth, magpapahinga na si Kuya. Ayan. So, basahin natin. The boy is sleeping.
Hello, GPJ.
Lapit. Pakibasa mo nga, Luther.
The boy is sleeping in the bed.
Wow, good job. Ayan, marurunong na palang magbasa ang grade 1. Okay, now, nakita na natin yung series of events. So, meron mga follow-up questions si teacher. So, are you ready na mga anak?
Opo, teacher.
Oh, okay. So, Kung ready na kayo, ay, wait lang, naulit. The boy is sleeping in the bed. Okay, for my follow-up question, ayun, very good daw kayo, sabi ni Kitty Cat. You have a 5 stars. Yan. Okay. For my question, number 1, what are the things that the boy always do every day? What are the things that the boy always do every day? Ano daw yung mga ginagawa ng lalaki, batang lalaki, araw-araw? Sige. Raise nga ng hand ng gustong sumagot. Gamitin niyo yung ating emojis dyan. Merong raise hand dyan. Wait lang. 5. Sige. Si Francis. Nag-raise ng hand. Francis.
Naliligo po sa maaga.
O, tuwing umaga, bukod doon, Zasta, ano pa?
Brushing his teeth.
Brushing his teeth. Bukod doon, ano pa, Eunice?
Eat.
Eat. Eat ng ano? Eat ng food. Bukod doon, Vince, ano pa?
Nagara.
Ayun.
Liko.
What else? Sneha. Nandiyan ba si Sneha? Parang nakita ko siya eh. Sneha.
Opo.
Ano pa? Nag-brush ng teeth, nag-igo, kumakain, nag-aaral. Ano pa yung last? Sneha.
Tulog.
Ayan, the boy is sleeping. Okay, next. Number 2 question. When do the boy usually eat vegetables? Tuwing kailan daw kumakain ng vegetables yung batang lalaki?
Every day.
Every day, okay. Sige, every day. Every day ano? Tuwing gabi ba? Every day, every night?
Morning.
Oh,
Morning.
monitor, sige, tutor.
Every morning.
Ayan, the boy usually eat vegetables every morning. Okay, next, number 3. Where does the boy take a bath? Where does the boy take a bath? Saan daw naliligo yung batang lalaki? Ayan, sige, Jericho.
Sa CR po.
Ayan, sa
CR.
the boy is taking a bath. Pakiulit mo nga. Pakiulit mo nga, Jericho. The boy is taking a bath in the bathroom. Good, very good. Next, number 4 question. Who is brushing the teeth?
The boy.
Sino daw ang nagbabrush ng teeth? Sige, Luther. Complete
The
sentence.
boy is brushing the teeth.
Po,
Boy
hindi
is
ko marinig eh.
brushing the teeth.
The boy is brushing the teeth. Very good. And for the last question, why does the boy need sleeping? Sige, Edward. Edward, why does the boy needs to sleep? Bakit daw kailangan ng batang lalaki matulog? Edward?
Para bilis lumaki.
Okay, para mabilis lumaki. Bukod doon, Very good, Edward. Sino pa bang hindi natawag ni teacher?
Ako po.
Sino
Para
yung
maging healthy po.
Ayan, si Sian. Nandito pala si Sian. Sian, bakit daw kailangan matulog ng batang lalaki? Ano po? Ano po? Wala, hindi ko na rin si Sian. O sige, babalikan natin si Sian. Lantis. Why does the boy needs to sleep? Lantis. Why does the boy needs to sleep?
To have energy.
So,
To have energy.
ayan, to have energy. Very good. So, ayan, very good kayo mga anak, no? So, did you notice the underlined words? Did you notice, napansin niyo yung mga salitang merong
Yes.
underlined words? Ha? Pakibasa nga natin.
Opo.
What?
What?
Why? Ayan, so napansin niyo din ba kapag tayo ay nagtatanong, nakikita niyo itong ano ba tawag dito? Sa part na to, punctuation mark. Ha? Ito? Punctuation mark? Ayan. So, we use question mark kapag tayo ay nagtatanong. And we use WH questions kapag tayo din ay nagtatanong. So, ito yun. What, when, where, and why. O, sige nga, repeat natin. What, Okay, those are the 5 WH questions that we need to use to ask simple questions. Okay. So, who? Ayan. So, gagamit daw tayo ng salitang who sa Tagalog ay sino. Ayan. Who is used for asking about person. So, gagamit daw tayo ng salitang who kapag ang tatanungin natin ay tungkol sa tao. For example, who is your father? Yan. Who is your father? Sino ang iyong tatay? So, gagamit tayo ng salitang who. Ayan. Can you give an example? Can you use this the word who in a sentence? Sinong makakapagbigay ng example? Gamit ang salitang who. Ayan. Ayan. Can you ask a simple question? Sneha. Gamit yung salitang who.
Who is your mother?
O yun, who is your mother? Sino yun? Ang galing nun na. Ayan, palungpakan natin. Who is your mother? Okay. Sige pa. Eunice, can you give me an example? Using the word who.
Oh.
Ha?
Who is your teacher?
Who is your teacher? Very good. Okay. Gagamit tayo ng salitang who kapag ang itatanong natin ay tungkol sa person o tao. Naintindihan po?
Yes po.
Okay.
Opo.
Who?
Opo.
What? what? Ano sa Tagalog? So, we use the word what for asking about things, actions, and animals. So, gagamitin daw natin yung salitang what kapag tayo, ang itatanong natin ay tungkol sa bagay, actions, at places. For example, what is your pet? Ano daw ang iyong alaga? Next, what are you doing? Ano ang iyong ginagawa? At what materials do you use in baking of cookies? So, good. So, gagamit natin yung salitang what kapag tayo ay, ang itatanong natin ay tungkol sa bagay, sa aksyon, at sa ayun. Okay? Sige. Can you give me an example? Can you use the word what? Lantis. Lantis. Okay, what? What? So, hindi marinig ni teacher. What?
What do you want to eat?
What do you do? Okay. Ayan, ang daw ginagawa mo. Okay, next. Naintindihan mo yung what?
Opo.
Okay.
Opo.
When. Again, we use the word when sa Tagalog kailan. We use when kapag tayo ay magtatanong kung kailan o anong oras. Diba? For example, when is your birthday? When is your birthday? Kailan ang iyong kaarawan? Sige, sinong makakapagbigay ng example using the word when? Sige, Daenerys.
When are you going to school?
When I'm going to school. Very good. Sige, Jenna. Ano daw? Pakiulit mo nga po. When sige, kung marinig si Jenna ito. Anyone? Last one? Sige, Zasta. Ano ba si Zasta?
When did you eat?
When did you eat? Very good, Zasta. Okay, next. We use when kapag tayo ay magtatanong kung kailan at anong oras. Next. Where. Next is where. Sa Tagalog, saan. Okay, we use where for asking about places or positions of objects. So, tinatanong natin kung saan yung lugar o kung saan nakalagay yung mga gamit, no? For example, where is your mother? Ayan, where is your mother? Nasaan daw ang iyong nanay? Sige nga, can you ask a simple question using the word where? Luther. Sige, Kuya Luther.
Where do you live?
Where do you live? Very good. Okay, next. Jericho.
Where's our pencil?
Where are your pencils? Sige, meron pa ba magbibigay ng example?
Wala pa.
Si Francis. Nandiyan ba si Francis?
Where?
Where is
Where
your notebook?
Oh, where is your notebook? Very good. So, hindi lang objects yung inaano natin, ha? Pwede rin person, animals. Okay? Next. Ayan. Why? We use why o bakit is used when asking a reason. So, gagamit daw tayo ng salitang why kapag tatanungin natin kung bakit. Bakit nga ba? No? So, for example, why are you sad? Bakit ka malungkot? Ayan. Can you ask a simple question using the word why? Sige, hindi pa ako natawag dito eh. Sneha.
Why are you crying?
Why are, ano? Why are you here? O, tama ba? Sino yung nag-raise ng hand? Si Lexi. O, Lexi, can you give can you ask a simple question?
Why are you crying?
Why are you crying? Very good. What else? What else? Sige, Edward.
Are
Edward. Edward. Why are you
sad?
Oh.
Tired.
Why are you tired? Very good. Okay, so those are the WH questions. So we use that for asking simple question. Ulitin natin, ano-ano nga ulit yon? Ano yung WH questions natin na ginagamit?
Why?
Who?
Where?
When?
Why?
Sino? Sino? Anong gagamitin natin? Sino? Who? Ano? Why?
Who?
O, pag ano? Pag ano?
What?
Ah, pag kailan?
When?
Pag saan?
When?
Where? Bakit?
Why?
Pag bakit?
Why?
Bibigyan kayo ng 5 stars. Okay, so let us use the correct WH question. May ipapakita akong picture sa inyo. Pagmasdang mabuti. Oy, next. Ayan. So, now let us look on the picture below. Let us fill the correct WH question to complete the sentence. So, titignan niyo yung picture sa next page. Ayan, so tutukoyin natin kung ano yung WH question na gagamitin natin. So, ang gagawin natin, itatype niyo sa ating chat pane ang inyong sagot. Okay? Ready? Ready? Thumbs up nga pag okay na. Thumbs up. Ayun, may nag-thumbs up. Ayan. So, okay na sila. Magta-thumbs up na sila. Okay, tingnan natin yung next picture. Ayan. So, ano daw yung gagamitin natin? What, when, where, why, or who? Number 1. Blank are they doing? Blank are they doing? Ano daw yung WH question na gagamitin natin to complete the sentence? Can you type it on the chat page? Titignan ni teacher. Ayan, may mga na-type na.
Subscribe.
I-check ko. Ayan, hindi ko makita yung tinatype niyo. Ayan. Sabi nila, may nag-whiteboard na naman, si Leon. Ayan, the answer is what? Wait lang, may nag-ano ng whiteboard. Nakikita niyo ba yung ano ko? Ini ni teacher? Okay, next, number 2. The answer is what? Yan. So, number 1, the answer is what? What are they doing? Next, number 2, blank are taking the exams. Po.
Kuya ako nakikita.
Wala nga kasi may napindot ko. Ayan. So, extra ingat na lang tayo sa pagpindot, anak, ha? Kasi pag nakapindot kayo dyan, nawawala yung screen ni teacher. Ayan. Tayo. Ayan. For number 2, kita na?
Hindi pa po.
Ayan.
Okay na po.
What WH question are we going to use to complete this sentence sa number 2? What, when, where, why, or who are taking the exam? Ayan. So, ano sagot nyo? Sinong nagsagot ng when? Okay, the correct answer is who. Who are taking the exam? So, sino daw ang nag-take ng exam? Sino ba? Nakikita niyo sa picture. Yung mga bata. Okay, next, number 3. Blank, do they take an exam? Blank, do they take an exam? When? Sa chat pin natin. Number 3, when? Sabi ni Zasta, Pilatis, Luther, ang sagot nila ay when. Tama ba sila? Okay. Ayan. Wow. Okay. The correct answer is when. When do they take an exam? So, kailan daw sila nag-take ng exam? Ayan. Next. Ayan. So, pwede rin yun, why do they take an exam? Bakit sila nag-take ng exam? So, very good din yun. Tama. Dalawa yung sagot doon. When and why. Next, number 4. Blank, do they take the exam? Same lang, nagkaiba lang ng an at the. Anong sagot? Okay, so some of you answer why and where. So same lang din ng sagot sa number 3, no? When do they take the exam? Ayun, so very good. And for the last question, blank is the schedule of the exam. Ayun, ano sagot nyo? What is the schedule of the exam? When, okay, ano yun? When, When is the schedule? Ayan. When? Tanong sagot. Okay. So, naintindihan na? May nag-share screen na naman? Okay. So, ganito naman, anak. Yung next na gagawin natin, magsasabi si teacher ng situation, then gagawa kayo ng tanong. Oral to ha, oral. May sasabihin na situation si teacher, tapos gagawa kayo ng tanong. Ask a simple question. Are you ready? Edward, paki-stop ng sharing mo, anak. I-share ka ng whiteboard. Ayan. So, number 1 situation, you want to know the favorite food of your classmate. You want the favorite food of your classmate. So, ask a simple question using the situation that I've given to you. Sige nga, ano yung gagawin nyo o gagamitin yung WH question tungkol doon sa situation na binanggit ko. You want to know the favorite food of your classmate. Sige nga. Anyone?
Ako po.
O, sige, Francis. Nag-raise ng hand si Francis.
Brown, Adeline, food.
Wow! What is your favorite food? Jasta, may sasabihin ka? Sige, Zasta. Ano yung sagot mo? Very good, Francis. Zasta, you want to know the favorite food of your classmate.
What is your favorite food?
Very good. Next situation, you want to know the teacher of your friend. Gusto mo daw malaman kung sino yung teacher ng iyong kaibigan. Sige, Lexi. Who, ano? Complete the sentence na.
Sir.
Who is your teacher? Very good. Sino pa? Sino pa? Kung saan nakatingin si teacher, no? Wait lang. Sino pa? Sino yun? Jenna. Jenna? Who is your teacher? Next situation, you want to know your mother's birthday. You want to know your mother's birthday. Raise hand si Luther. Nag-raise ng hand si Luther.
When is your birthday?
When is your birthday? Next, Ethan.
Senior.
When?
Happy birthday.
Okay. Next situation, you want to know the address or the place of your teacher. Gusto niyo daw malaman kung saan nakatira si teacher. So, ano ang gagamitin niyo? Sige, Jericho. Jericho?
Mr. Lee.
Where do you live? Next, Eunice. Eunice, nandiyan ka pa ba? Eunice? Where do you live, teacher? Okay, last na to. You want to know the reason why your uncle got angry. Gusto niyo daw malaman kung bakit nagalit yung inyong tito. Ano ang question na gagamitin niyo? WH question na gagamitin ninyo. And use it in a sentence. Okay. Sige, sino? Lantis.
Ako po.
Sige, Lantis. Gusto mo daw malaman kung bakit nagalit ang ito?
You angry.
Oh, why are you angry? Very good, Daenerys.
Why is your uncle angry?
Ayun, why is your uncle angry? Next, Luther, last one.
Why are you angry?
Wow, very good. So, great job, kids. Ayan, great job. So, very good kayong lahat, no? Ayan. So, last question. Why do we ask a question? Bakit nga ba tayo nagtatanong ng tanong? Bakit kailangan nating magtanong? Ayan. Why do we ask a question? Bakit kailangan natin magtanong? Anyone? Sige. Daenerys.
So you get answer.
Ayan. So, for us to get a correct answer. What else? Ethan. Bakit kailangan natin magtanong? Ayan.
So we can learn.
To?
To learn.
Ayan. The important thing is to learn. So, kaya tayo nagtatanong, syempre, di ba, para makapag-gain ng learning. So, kapag hindi natin alam yung tanong, sagot sa tanong, magtatanong tayo, no? So, that's all. So, let us read. Always remember that we use WH words such as who, what, when, where, why to ask a simple question. Okay? Sige nga, basahin mo nga, Francis.
Ubus na na po sin.
Remember
that remember
HW words such as who, when, where, why, to ask simple question. Yan. Okay, very good. For our activity, sige, mag-ano na lang tayo, no? Offline activity, paki-screenshot na lang ito. I-screenshot na lang natin. Evaluation. You use who, what, when, where, or why to complete the sentence. Say the complete question form. Ayan. Who, what, when. Screenshot nyo na yung gagawin nyo, ha? Tapos, magsisend kayo ng video kay teacher dito sa ginawa nyo. Okay?
Hanggang magchat-chat.
Opo.
Ayan. So, i-record nyo yung inyong mga sarili. Okay? Gamit itong mga question dito. No? So, nakuha yung gagawin.
Opo.
So, use who, what, when, where, or why to complete the sentence. Tapos, i-record nyo yung inyong mga sarili gamit o sinasabi itong mga sentences. Okay? Okay po?
Okay, Apa.
Yan. Na-screenshot nyo ha?
Teacher. Apa.
Okay. So, ayan. For your assignment, ito, study the picture and ask simple question about it using who, what, when, where, or why. So, ayan yung gagawa nyo ng simple questions. Itong picture na to. Okay? Na-screenshot na din.
Opo.
Ayan. So, isasend ko ulit yan activity nyo ha. Mamaya sa ating GC. And, doon na nagtatapos ang ating lesson for today. I hope na may natutunan kayo. Meron ba? Ayan.
Opo.
Okay. So, what are the 5 WH questions? What are the 5 WH questions? Who?
What?
What?
Where?
At ayan, so bago tayo magsiwa, ipanay,
Wow.
okay, very good. Good job. And very good. Ito na naman si Kitty Cat na nagbibigay sa inyo ng 5 star at ito very good. Ayan, so bago tayo maghiwa-hiwalay, gusto ko lang i-acknowledge yung ating mga brave students na nakapagpabaksin na. Ayan. Wait lang.
Teacher, ako po, di ako pinapabaksin ng mga magulang ko eh.
Okay lang yun. Sige, kung nasa parents nyo ang magde-decide niyan kung kayo ay magpapabaksin or hindi. Pero syempre, yung kaligtasan pa rin natin, no? Ayan, sila yung mga ating brave students na nakapagpabaksin na. Si Zasta, si Gina, Grace, si Divine Grace, and si Jonathan. Oh, grabe, ang nitip ni Jonathan, nakapagpabaksin na. Okay? So, that's all for today. Uy, nakalimutan natin mag-picture. Ayan, so stop presenting na si teacher. Ayan, congratulations and good job doon sa ating mga students. Picture lang tayo kasama ang ating principal and Ma'am CJ. Hindi ako nakapag-screenshot sa aking presentation. Wait lang ha. Ayan, so open cam lahat. Large gallery. Together mode tayo. Wait lang ha. Wait lang po. Picture tayo. Ayan. So, open cam. Ready? 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, very good. Bye-bye, kids.
Bye-bye po. Bye-bye po, teacher. Bye-bye po, teacher. Bye-bye po, teacher. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, teacher. Bye-bye.
Congratulations mga bata. Congratulations, Ma'am. Ma'am Hana. Pupunta muna kami kay
Thank you.
pupunta muna kami kay Ma'am Marvic. Tutuloy na lang tayo mamaya.
Pumasok na ako, ma'am.
Okay, congrats. Okay.
Thank you.
Next is our next teacher, we will be observing the next teacher. For a while, guys, I'm just looking for the link so we can go to the next lesson, to the next teacher. Oh my goose. Oh no. Ayun, nakatambay. Thank you very much. An ko, sino to? Si An Matol? An Matol? An Matol, boring. Boring ba? No problem. Hindi ka naman pinipilit. Okay, so next is Islak, HBS Islak. Kalukuhan. Mapatol.
Teacher, pwede po oil pastel.
Oo, pwede. Pwede yung all plaster. Okay, so habang naghahandaan yung mga gamit nyo, ha? Okay. Kailangan, huwag magbubukas ng mic kapag hindi sinasabi ni teacher. Okay? Ano pa? Ano pang kailangan? Kailangan ay lagi naka-open ang camera. Pero naka-off ang microphone. Pag tinawag ko, tinanong ko, saka lang i-open yung mic. Open niyo yung microphone niyo. Ayan na ating principal, nandyan na siya. Observe yan tayo. Say good morning, Ma'am Gina.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Huwag nyo na kami pasingin mamaya, pag umpisa na, okay lang. Galingan nyo.
Excuse muna ako saglit. CCR lang ako.
Sige, sige. Sige, sige.
May I go out muna si teacher. Wait lang. 5 minutes. Ano lang. Saglit.
Ay, galingan nyo mga bata, Andito kami dalawa ni Ma'am May. Parang nakita ko si Ma'am Mayulin. Ayan, so hintayin daw natin mag-CR lang daw mag-CR lang daw si teacher.
No? Kaupo sa estudyante. Mabili ka, ha?
Ano yun? Katulaw kanina. Nandito ka kanina.
Kaligat ka.
Uy, baka makagat yan dito. Palisin mo. Palisin mo yung pusa.
Hmm. Stand up, stand up.
M Daily Life. Thank you. Nandiyan pa rin si M Daily Life.
Ma'am, hindi ko po marinig. Wala pong sound. Walang sound po.
Okay lang ba? Dikit ba kita?
Hindi naman. Ay, teka.
Hindi siya.
Hindi.
Makita niya.
Doon ka na lang. Ay, diyan ka sa side.
Baka may napit ko na. Ano yan? Patalastas yun yan.
Yung mangga ba nasa nasa car? Nasa sakyan na?
Sa likod.
Kung may bibigyan ako, okay. Yung langka, tinanggal mo na. Tinaw mo na. Pwede ba hanggang bukas o overripe na?
Hindi pa naman bukas. Hindi pa naman masyado.
Bukas na lang. Ay, wala na pala. Okay. Wait natin si teacher. Wala pa eh. Hindi pa nakabalik eh. Ayun. Andiyan na yata si ma'am eh. Dito muna tayo. Dito muna tayo. Wala pa yung The teacher is still not ready. Not yet ready. So, we are here. Hello everyone. I miss having a live stream and today I am very thankful that you are there with me this morning. So, maybe we can listen to some of the music that we have here. Music. Okay, let's see. While waiting for the teacher to be ready, let's listen to some YT audio music video. Music non-copyright audio or non-copyright music by the YT library. So let's see here. Listen to the music. Listen to the rhythm of the falling rain. Letting me just what a fool I've been. Let me be alone again.
With a K-pop dance tutorial, and now you're a Blackpink superfan. With YouTube Premium, you get
Sa Saudi, ang walang pera, mapipulos. Pero sa Pinas, ang walang pera, walay pulos.
Ang alak, kapag natikman mo, nawawala agad ang tama. Pero pag ako natikman mo,
wow.
tulog ka na. Nakangiti ka pa.
Ay friend, pag may nagtatanong sa'yo, ano sinasabi mo? Pag may nagtatanong sa'yo na ano? Pag may nagtatanong sa'yo kagabi, ano sinasabi mo? Ano sinasabi mo? Di ba sabi mo si Diana Lynn? Di ba sabi mo si Diana Lynn? Oh. Kita mo, natatawa ako sa mga to, hindi sasama-sama, tas ngayon tanong ng tanong. Kala ko ba ayaw nila sumama? Huwag kayong tanong ng tanong. Eh, ba't talaga bang meron? Sabado, wala naman yata. Pero wala rin naman yung sa Ninangan. Wala rin naman talaga yun, di ba? Oo. Sige. Okay. Okay. Sige. Oo, di ko na lang sagutin. Okay. Now we're watching the Mickey Bihon Gisado with seafoods from M Daily Life. Teacher C, hello. Thank you for coming, Teacher C. Ayan. So right now, I'm featuring the movie of M. Daily Life. Ayan. Si M. Daily Life is cooking Mickey Bihon Gisado with seafoods. Ayan. Ang sarap, di ba? Ayun, chicharo. Naglagay siya ng chicharo. Like na, ma'am. Thank you. Good morning, Teacher C. I have already given you moderator wrench. So thank you for coming. Ano lang to? I'm already done with the observation of classes. Nagkaroon ng technical glitches yung isa. So manood na lang tayo ng mga videos ninyo. Panoodin na lang natin mga videos ninyo, ha. Okay, almost luto na. Luto na ang Mickey Bihon Gisado ni M. Daily Life. Next, we will watch JPJ movie. The video of JPJ. Yes. Video yan ni video ni M Daily Life, guys. Please connect, guys. Connect to M Daily Vlog. M Daily Life, sorry. M Daily Life is right now in Canada. Hello, Whitex.
You've probably heard a lot about AI and machine learning, and maybe you've been inspired by videos showing what's possible with AI and machine learning.
Okay, now let's go to JPJ. Moving around JLT Dubai. So so here's the how the channel of JPJ look like. So let's see the videos. Amazing violin. Okay, let's listen to the violin. I'm okay, Whitey. Whitex-san, hello, I'm okay. Right now we're watching JPJ. So that's the video of JPJ. Okay, next. M Daily Life again. What's this? Spare fried rice, corn, carrots, and broccoli for my lunch. Why it's not, it's not moving. Let's open it again. Ayan. Roast belly. Yummy. Ay, walang walang comment. Next, we go to Kabilog World. Kabilog's World. Walang sound. Kadilog's World. A whole new world. Ambot lang gyud. Ano yan? Si ambot lang gyud. Natutulog na nakangiti.
Bawat
Magaling mo na ito, bawal
isang
to eh.
kalasapang creaminess. Even, sarap ng lamin.
Sa Saudi, ang walang pera, mapipulos. Pero sa Pinas, ang walang pera, walay pulos.
Ang alak, kapag natikman mo, nawawala agad ang tama. Pero pag ako natikman mo,
Wow!
tulog ka na. Nakangiti ka pa.
Next, we go to Teacher C. Teacher C. Let's look at the video of Teacher C. Ito si Teacher C with 1,230, more than 230. 1,230 subscribers, landmarks of the world with Teacher C. Part 1, landmarks of the world with Teacher C. Landmarks of the world. Mamaya, subscribe na to, nawawala naman yung subscription.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain, I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints, money, clout, and fame, a disease, a plague, we all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name, all our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be, living in a time where disease is on every screen, I won't let...
Parang copyright yung ano Parang copyright yung background music mo, teacher. Mamili ka ng mga ng mga music sa YT non-copyright music. Because if you use music that is commercially viable or commercially being sold, whenever you become monetized channel, you will not be able to monetize it. So, I advise you can get free music in the non-copyright music audio library from YT. Just type in YT free music or non-copyright music from YT. Ganon. Ganon. Yes. Kaya. Sige. So, mamayang hapon, si Eugene sa mamayang hapon. Eugene. Okay, so we'll start with Eugene na lang. Next week na siya. Ay, after Holy Week, oo. Oo, yes, relax naman ng konti. Oo. Ang daming pinababasa naman. Sabi mo na lang na wag. Basta ngayon, ang natin ngayon, basahin yung mga sinabi ko na mga deped orders. Deped orders and yung nilagay ko sa group chat natin. Kasi after Holy Week, we will have a meeting. Then we will discuss those things. If they were not able to read it, they cannot participate in the discussion. Kaya mas maganda if they will read. Ang hirap naman kung i-explain natin lahat. So, maganda yung na tayo, more of interaction na, or concerns, or feedback, what they can suggest or recommend about the things discussed in the DepEd orders, ha? Okay, so sabi mo sa kanila, don't worry. Oo, yun, mga glitches, it will always happen naman. Oo nga, yun nga lang. Oo nga eh. Okay, sige, I will text her also. Sige, mamaya na lang. Pa-remind na lang, Ude, mamaya ah. Okay, thank you. Yes, bye. Okay, next we will go to YT exam. YT exam, where is that? YT exam. Okay, here's the channel of YT exam. Guys, connect with one another. I'm sure YT exam will also go back to you if you just leave a message. I'm just leaving a message there. Rajasthan teacher syllabus. YT exam this time. Okay, teacher C. YT exam on the screen. I don't know why there's no audio. What happened? Again, let's see another video that's very short. Tapos walang sound. Eto. This one. Rajasthan technical helper. Ayun, kaya pala wala.
वेलकम टू वाईटी एग्जाम यूट्यूब। आज के इस वीडियो में हम लोग राजस्थान से संबंधित जीके के एमसीक्यू प्रश्नों के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे, जिसमें हम लोग राजस्थान के प्रमुख शहरों के उपनाम से संबंधित जीके के एमसीक्यू प्रश्न करेंगे। तो चलिए वीडियो को शुरू करते हैं। पहला प्रश्न है कि सीवी रमन ने राजस्थान के किस शहर को आइसलैंड ऑफ ग्लोरी कहा था? सीवी रमन के द्वारा राजस्थान के जयपुर शहर को आइसलैंड ऑफ ग्लोरी कहा गया था। ऑप्शन सी इस प्रश्न का सही उत्तर होगा जयपुर। आइसलैंड ऑफ ग्लोरी किसे कहा जाता है अगर आपसे पूछा जाए तो आप बताएंगे जयपुर को। जयपुर को और कई उपनामों से जाना जाता है, जैसे कि पूर्व का पेरिस, भारत का पेरिस, गुलाबी नगर, रत्न नगरी, वैभव नगरी और आइसलैंड ऑफ ग्लोरी। तो इन सभी नामों को आप याद रखें। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, राजस्थान के किस शहर को सूर्य नगरी कहा जाता है? राजस्थान के जोधपुर शहर को सूर्य नगरी कहा जाता है। प्रश्न का सही जवाब होगा ऑप्शन ए जोधपुर। राजस्थान के जोधपुर शहर को सूर्य नगरी के नाम से जाना जाता है। इस प्रश्न का ऑप्शन ए आप सही करेंगे, जोधपुर। जोधपुर को सूर्य नगरी, मरुस्थल का प्रवेश द्वार, किलों का शहर, रेगिस्तान का केंद्र आदि के उपनाम से जाना जाता है। तो इसे भी आप याद रखें। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, राजस्थान का गौरव किस शहर को कहा जाता है? ऑप्शन ए मारवाड़, ऑप्शन बी जयपुर, ऑप्शन सी अजमेर, ऑप्शन डी चित्तौड़गढ़। राजस्थान का गौरव कहा जाता है चित्तौड़गढ़ को। इस प्रश्न का सही जवाब होगा ऑप्शन डी चित्तौड़गढ़। राजस्थान का गौरव किस शहर को कहा जाता है? चित्तौड़गढ़ को। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, राजस्थान में किस शहर को सिटी ऑफ वेल्स के नाम से जाना जाता है? ऑप्शन ए राजसमंद, ऑप्शन बी जोधपुर, ऑप्शन सी अलवर, ऑप्शन डी झालरापाटन। सिटी ऑफ वेल्स के नाम से जाना जाता है झालरापाटन को। ऑप्शन डी इस प्रश्न का सही जवाब हो।
Okay, Kabilog's World naman. Let's see. Still playing in the background. Ito binago ang mga. Si Kabilog World ba to? Tama, si Kabilog World. Malapit na po tayong matapos. 15 minutes na lang. Sino pa hindi natin nakita? Si Bong Kayaw. Nandiyan pa ba si Bong Kayaw? Vlog. Si M Daily Life, nandiyan pa. Nandiyan pa po si M Daily Life. Ayan si Kabilog po yan, nagluluto. Ang niluluto ni Kabilog, binagoong ang manok. Halu-haluin din paminsan-minsan. Si YT still here ha. Hindi lang natin pinapakita ng buo kasi syempre pag buo natin pinakita yan copyright. So ano lang yan, glimpses lang, minimum ang minimal audio, and then simultaneous naman. Ito siya si YT Exam nasa isang channel, ito nasa kay Heroesville. Yung kanina naman yung kay Kabilog's World, ito nasa isang channel din. Okay? So si M Daily Life nasa kabilang channel. Puntahan natin sa kabilang channel. Dito kay Heroesville. Tapusin natin 'yan. Nasaan na? Ay, nawala si Heroesville. Pati si Heroesville nawala, ayun. M Daily Life tapos Teacher C. And then okay. Time to cook. M Daily Life. Ayun, si M Daily Life. Omega Deville. Wow, ganda naman ng watch. Nakita ko na yan kanina yung watch. Ito na may mga shorts. Ba, ganda ng watch ni Madam ha. Yayamanin ang watch. How to cook pork afritada. Ito naman. Maya-maya. Play lang natin sandali yun. Yung kanyang konting paharang. Ito yung kay Yan. Nilagyan na ng kamatis. Kay Kabilog World. Ayan subscribe. Sa kabilang channel. So, isa natin channel. Ito lang pala yun. Dito. Teacher C. pala si ano, in daily life. Teka, in daily life pala. Apritada. Meron ako tinitingnan dito, afritada eh. Kasi afritada. Afritada. Ayun, how to cook afritada. Mamaya na. May commercial pa. Alisin muna natin. Ayan. Inaan natin to para yun naman ang malakas. Yung kay ano, how to cook pork afritada. Gagaling nila magluto. Ay, tapos sa Bulacan. Teacher si tapos na si Binagoongan ni ano ni Kabilog's World, si Teacher si ulit tayo. Ito, test your vocabulary. Flags of the world. Ayan, flags of the world.
Maluto ang baboy.
Dito muna tayo sa nagluluto. May commercial pa dun eh. Pwede naman. Malapit ako matapos eh. Check ko lang yung kay ano, kay Teacher C. Bawasan natin Teacher C ha. Flags of the world. Show daw niya yung ano. Show niya raw yung flag and we will bless. Hindi ko kabisado yung ibang flag. Ay, India. Ay, Afghanistan. Parang yung ulay. Wala mga hindi ko kabisado. Red, blue, and yellow. Ano si red, blue, and yellow? Anong flag siya? Armenia. Ay, Armenia pala yun. Anong flag yun? Ay, ako. Ito na lang.
Ito na yung baboy.
Ibig mo tayo. And daily life, nagluluto pa rin ha, doon sa kabila. Yung sound niya. Bangladesh. Yan, Laos. Cambodia pala. Cambodia nga ba?
Sit down, sit down, sit down.
Tama. Cambodia o Laos? Cambodia nga. Ayan yung black-black ba yun? Sabi.
Yes.
Ay, okay.
Nang naluto yung
Wala, natok na ako.
pork apitada.
Isa tayo. Istimor.
Kain na tayo, guys.
Tama ba? Ay, ang dami ko talaga hindi alam. Ang dami ko hindi alaga ka. The flag, Germany. Ay, Georgia. Parang state flag naman yun, hindi naman yung country. Georgia. May country ba na Georgia? Country, Georgia. Ay, tapos na si M Daily Life. Thank you, M Daily Life. Georgia. Facts about Georgia. Country, Georgia. Facts about country about ano ba yan? Iran. Ano ba yan? Ay, Israel. At the intersection of Europe and Asia. Ah, okay. That's one of the causes. Indonesia. Canada, syempre. Madali lang yan. Very common sa atin. Nawala. Nawala tayo. weightlifting. Ayan pala yung weightlifting. Halos pareho kasi. Georgia is in the countries only. Okay. Guys, after this, natatapos na tayo. Thank you very much po sa pag-stay. Sige po, thank you and Daily Life for coming. Teacher C, ayan, tinatapos na natin yung kay Teacher C. And then I will also say goodbye to everyone. Lunchtime na rin dito sa Pilipinas. Thank you, thank you. Thank you everyone, thank you guys. Ganito lang muna ang aking palabas ngayon. Ayan, thanks for watching, sabi ni Teacher C. And I'm also saying thank you also and see you for the next time. Hello, hello, hello. So thank you very much. Hi! Thank you very much for staying with us dito po sa maiksing live natin. Bye! See you guys! See you! Ay, nakaano na pala ako dyan. Bye! See you! See you! Ayan, para hindi matakpan yung aking mukha. Ayan. Nakatakip sa mukha natin. Bye. Stop streaming.